All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, not sure what I'm going to call this, but I think I may call it Men, if you're looking to improve your hygiene, look to a woman. Because I think overall, when it comes to hygiene, in my opinion, most women are better at it than men. Not all, but I think overall, I really believe this, and I've been around a lot of women throughout my life. And I've been around a lot of men, I think, like a lot of people out there. But being even involved with maybe the fashion industry a little bit, the film industry, amongst traveling all over the place, and just living the lifestyle I did in and out of bars, nightclubs, and restaurants throughout my entire life, I do think women are a little better at this. Actually, much better at times. And I don't think a lot of men realize this. I also think a lot of men are quick to judge women that overly take care of themselves to a certain degree to make themselves feel better, which is ridiculous. But even when going on dates, a lot of times I talk about a man, if you're going to go on a date, you should pick up the tab. I don't care what day and age it is. If you asked a woman out, you should pay for the bill. That's just my thing. And it's not just because it's traditional, but that's one of them. But I also think women put more time and effort, in my opinion, when going on a date. It could be getting their hair done, their nails. I think it could even be having, their makeup done or them doing their makeup. I do think they may spend more time on picking out their wardrobe or certain clothes. And you'd be like, and if you're a man, you're like, that's not my problem. That's on them. Well, I'm not saying it's anyone's problem, but I do think they just put more time into taking care of themselves a lot of times. I even look at a lot of teeth. I goof around and say, when meeting a woman, look inside their mouth. If they take care of their teeth, most of the time, they take care of their entire body. If they don't take care of their teeth, most likely they don't take care of their entire body. Not always the case, because there are probably some women out there that don't have the best of teeth, that have great bodies, very fit and everything. That's not what I'm saying entirely. But I do think I just want a woman that takes care of their teeth. Also, if I'm going to be in a relationship or end up marrying them and having kids, I want to make sure they take care of my kids' teeth. I'll be very honest with you. When I look at a relationship a lot of times, or being in a relationship, I'm like, especially if you're younger and you don't have kids, is what I should say, is look at this person not as just your girlfriend or maybe your future wife, but as a mother. Because I can assure you, a lot of women are looking at you that way if they're in a relationship with you and they've never had kids and they want them. They're not just looking at you and saying, oh yeah, this guy is sexy and he's cute or he's good, he's got a good head on his shoulders. They're thinking, how is this guy as a father? They're also thinking, if anything happened to me as a mother, would they be able to take care of my children? That's kind of how you should be thinking a little bit as well, in my opinion. Back to hygiene. Yeah, if you look overall, I think, with women, they're just, the ones I'm around, now I'm not saying across the country, but they're a lot cleaner as well. They smell a lot better. If you look at a lot of dudes, and I'm just going to tell you guys, if you are somebody who's having a problem with women or meeting women, there's a lot of things that you may be doing that are turning that woman or women off. Little things, dirt under the nails. You may pick your nose. You may have hair sticking out of your ears, all right? Your teeth again. You may have nose hairs coming out of your nose. I talk about this a lot. Small things a lot of times is what may be holding you back. But when it comes to you maybe being around women, a lot of women are very polished, or they take a lot of time to make sure they look the way they look. And I'm not even talking about makeup here necessarily or hair all the time. But if you do look at a lot of women, the way they carry themselves, I think a lot of times they look cleaner, right? They, again, have a whole different disposition where if you look at a lot of guys, even your clothes, it may be, you know what I mean? They're wrinkled. They don't fit you correctly. You got stains on them. Your hair may be a little disheveled. Again, you may not be taking care of your skin, your feet, your toes may be dirty, all these things. Now, I'm not saying women, there's not women like that out there either. But I think for the most part, I think more women, again, take care of themselves at a higher level than most men, I should say. And I'm not saying men and women should be competing at this. That's not what I'm saying. But I will say sometimes if you're a little overboard too far the other way, men, where you're kind of a little disgusting and you don't want to admit it, and you're kind of wondering why women aren't attracted to you. And even if you have money, I'm going to just say this. I know a lot of guys that have problems with women, and a lot of them are wealthy. The problem is maybe they're way overweight. And again, if you want to be heavy, that's fine. Their disposition when out eating, for instance, they're overeating. The way they eat, okay? The way they carry themselves, they may be loud, obnoxious. All these things are signs that maybe women or a woman is not, being turned off by you. Now, I'm not, again, saying women aren't that way either, to a certain degree. But I just want to do a podcast on this, especially regarding hygiene. Because if you are having, maybe go look in the mirror. If you don't really look, the way you want to look too, you may want to ask a girl. You don't have to, for help. You don't have to run to a mall and all of a sudden get all this skincare and all these things. You may just want to, a better haircut. You may just want to trim again your nose hairs. Make sure, again, there's no hair sticking out of your ears. Also, maybe not picking your nose in public. Maybe not, using a toothpick when talking to people, all these little things. Maybe even checking on YouTube, checking out some etiquette things. Because I just think overall that I've seen throughout my life, women just carry themselves sometimes a lot better than men. Doesn't mean they're better than men, but they just carry themselves differently. And I think it just looks better, and I just think it's more comforting. And I think a lot of men don't realize how much time and effort women put into making themselves appear a certain way, that they feel better about themselves. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there. If you got any questions or comments, hit me up. I have a program, Mastering Self-Confidence. You could just go to masteringselfconfidence.com, or I'm richcelenza.com. I try to help men find the woman or women of their dreams, even if they've been through a bad breakup or divorce. I also do image consulting with hygiene, wardrobe, and fashion and fitness and things in that nature. And here's the deal. Instead of, if you're around women, instead of judging them all the time and maybe doing too much, actually, I would say compliment them. Because if, again, you're having problems meeting women and all these different things, and you have all these problems, instead of looking at it like women doing their hair, doing their makeup, and doing all these things is kind of overpowering to you, they're actually doing it for a reason. Now, I'm not saying they should overdo it, but they're doing it maybe because they want to look the best in front of you. So